Oh,
Hello, God bless everyone. By the way, we are the Chapter 9 reporters. Our topic for today is all about sustainable management of tourism and hospitality. So when we talk about sustainable management of tourism and hospitality, it is the practice of planning, developing, and also implementing tourism and hospitality activities, as well as nagpod siya sa nag-promote of sustainable development while minimizing negative impact in the environment, society, and economy. And also po kaning sustainable tourism and hospitality management is nag-acknowledge po siya of all aspects, all the impact of tourism, both mga positive and negative impact. Ihapong gi-aim ang to minimize the negative and positive impact of impact and minimize the positive ones. So, gonna put next slide. So we have here learning outcomes. At the end of this chapter, you should be able to define sustainable tourism, discuss the global ethics of tourism, get acquainted with the sustainable development goals of tourism and hospitality, and so on and so forth. So, next. So, Miss Joanne, kindly read the definitions of kanang Joanne, kindly read.
okay, wait lang. One of the strongest motivation for travel at the present time is, oh my God, is interest in the natural environment as well as in the heritage art, history, language, customs, and cultural of people other countries. Travelers like the experience examples of the local arts, music, painting, sculpture, architecture, celebration, and festival, food, drinks, and other special forms of hospitality. An important attraction in the natural environment may be a beautiful landscape and impressive mountain, the lovely flora and fauna of the air, or an attractive forest.
So, meaning, or in other hand, so one of the motivations for sa mga traveler in or nga mo travel sila is their interest in the natural environment, such as sa mga our natural surrounding like mga attractive landscape, mga pleasant seashore, as well as napod sa mga heritage and history, also sa mga language, customs, and the cultures of the people in the other countries. So ang mga kuan kana mga traveler is ganahan sila mo explore or o kanang mo travel sila para para sa ilang own interest, para for that maka-experience sila for another culture, maka-experience sila sa mga customs and traditions, maka-learn sila about sa history of that particular countries, and also sa mga language and katong mga natural surrounding. So what sa a natural environment is kuan kanang mga natural attractions sa akong giingon ganina katong mga pleasant kuan kana ang mga landscape, beautiful seashores, mga inana, and so on and so forth, mga attractive forest. Muna ang mga traveler is mag-travel sila para po sila knowledge or experience of that particular environment for their own interest or sounds triba kaha nga ilahang gina-exploran or ilang gina-travel. So next na po. Next day. So let's proceed to the meaning of sustainable management of tourism and hospitality. So Lidon, kindly read the definitions of sustainable management and tourism hospitality.
So, sustainable management of tourism hospitality means achieving quality growth in a manner that does not deplete the natural and built environments and preserve the culture, history, and the heritage of the local community. Sustainable,
Sige. Okay, so meaning ang sustainable management of tourism and hospitality is iyahang or developing or implementing a quality of growth in the way that cannot be defect or affect the natural and also mga built environment in order for us to preserve our culture, history, and the heritage of our local country. So or local country or community. So why should we need to preserve our culture, history, and heritage of local community? Anyone? Miss Charlie, go. Why should we need to preserve our culture, history, and heritage of local community?
To pass our next generation.
Okay, very good. So, we need to preserve our culture, history, and heritage of a local community in order for us to pass it to the next generation para po ma-experience nila ang cultures and traditions, mga customs, and also maka-learn po sila sa history nga mapas na history from now to another generation. And also ma-preserve atong culture and the heritage of local community. So, next item. So, let's discuss the sustainable management and tourism hospitality. Wait, balik sa day. And sustainable management of tourism and hospitality consists of natural environment, built environment, and cultural environment. So, Ms. Lidon, in your own idea, what is natural environment? From the word natural.
natural environment, in my opinion, is some places that that people are enjoying and visit some mga historical places.
Okay, very good. So when we talk about a natural environment, it consists of natural surroundings. So when we talk about natural surroundings such as mga attractive landscapes, mga pleasant seashore, mga lovely forest, as well as na food tong mga flora and fauna. So when we talk about flora and fauna, anong flora? It's all about katong Nakuan bitaw siya og all collections. Ang flora and fauna is nag-refer siya sa all collections of plants and animals living in a particular region. So ang kaning flora means plants, and also ang fauna it means mga animals that are living in a particular region. So let's proceed to the built environment. So Miss Joanne, in your own idea, what is built environment?
Sa ako po build sa una
built environment.
Build mga heritage and culture sa una pa.
Okay, very good. So when we talk about mga built environment is nag-consist siya of a built structure. So when we talk about built structure is like mga buildings, nagigama siya sa mga when we talk about mga built structure is katang mga buildings, nagigama bitaw siya sa mga semento or like mga wood, may ganana. So any structure, so when we talk about built environment is any structures na made siya by the human or man-made. Mo na siya ang built environment made by the human or ginatawag siya natog man-made na made by wood, stone, or mga many more nga, like for example, mga kanang bitaw mga balas or mga kuan kanang basta mga inana nga like mga building, mga basta mga human or man-made. So building or any kinds of attractions na gigama og cultural environment. So when we talk about cultural environment, is nag-refer siya sa culture, heritage, so and social interactions of people in a local surrounding. So meaning nag-refers din siya sa kanabitang ato ang mga atong culture or kanabitang history sa atong palibot or like nag-refers siya sa mga interactions of people inside our community or in the surrounding. So, next na po dahil. Okay. So, Ms. Joanne, kindly read the definitions of sustainable tourism and management. There's definition lang.
Management of tourism and hospitality is to balance the number of visitors and the capacity of the given environment in a manner that allows the greatest interaction and enjoyment with the last distraction.
Okay. Very good. So, or in other hand, the key to sustain management of tourism and hospitality is, the way to sustain kanabitang management and tourism and hospitality is, we need to balance the number of visitors within the capacity nga mo enter sa isa ka specific environment or tourist destinations. So, in order for us to enjoy the greatest attractions and avoid distractions. So, have you observed manggod nga kinahanglan jud nato nga i-balance ang number of visitor nga mo enter sa isa ka kanabitang tourist destinations kay para ma-less distractions kay kabantay ko gud mo nga gani na isa ka destinations daghan na kay siya what daw kanabitang overtourist na males na ang atong enjoyment or makabantay mo nga ma-distract ka then dili kay ka maka-enjoy tungod sa kadaghang tao. So guys, why should we need to balance the balance the tourist nga mo enter sa isa ka tourist destination? Miss Liton.
Kini possibility nga kanang crowded kayo ang place dayon, naapoy possibility nga kanang wala na sila kanang kastambayan.
One po, the main reason nga dili pud ta mag-over tourist kay kuan kanang maepektuhan dili lang ang atong enjoyment bitaw ang maapektuhan and as also pud ang places as well as na pud ang mga people nga mo visit kay ma-distract ba pud ta if daghan na kayo ang tao. So, Ms. Lidon, read the second definition of carrying capacity.
Okay. Carrying capacity is the largest number of people as destination can efficiently manage within its given environment and management capabilities.
Okay. So, kung may carrying capacity, mo na siya major concern sa sustainable management and tourism and hospitality. It's because then mo na siya ang kaning carrying capacity is the largest number of people that enter in the specific destination that we can efficiently manage in the given environment and bitang management capabilities. So, ang kaning moingon tag carrying capacity mo na siya ang major concern sa sustainable management and tourism hospitality. Kay diha magod nato makuan kana bitang number sa mga or kadaghanon sa tao nga or the traveler or the tourist na mo visit sa usa ka destination. So kinahanglan nga dili ta mag-over kinahanglan na mag-over tourist kanang dili mato padaghanan og tawo ang sa kalugar kay ang tendency na is maka-kuha siya of distractions, maka-affect siya of places, as also sa mga visitor pod nga ma-distract sila dili kay nila ma-enjoy ang specific destinations nga ilahang gina-visit. So kinahanglan gyud nga naatay number nga pwede lang mosulod sa travel destination para malis ang distraction o ma-enjoy sa traveler ang kuan kana ang specific place na ilang i-visit. So, your destination is read.
Sustainable and practices to protect the natural wealth and culture, ritual and of the tiny point.
Sorry.
Economic growth and into the quality of
Okay. So meaning when we are in managing sustainable tourism and hospitality, so it nagdepende siya or nagdepende siya sa on policies that include peaceful relationship among the local communities. So including na ang private sector, ang government, in order to protect the natural, wealth, and cultural environment. So when sustainable practice mga kanibitang sustainable tourism and hospitality practices is useful in providing community tourist destinations to improve the quality of life. So next slide. Okay, let's proceed to the managing sustainable tourism and hospitality. So, the importance of managing the cultural, natural, and social impact of tourism and hospitality cannot be overemphasized. So, enhancing understanding among nations and promoting culture further is a need of tourism and hospitality policy and planning to guide the development of infrastructure, sustainable tourism and hospitality, encourage economic and social responsibilities. So, meaning, when we are managing the culture, when we are managing the cultural, natural, and social impact of tourism, it should be cannot overemphasize. It's because pwede na nato siya i-emphasize or i-enhance through understanding among nations and also promoting a culture with peace. So, please, Ligon, kindly read the second definition.
Sa fundamental reference system. Okay, a fundamental reference system for responsible and sustainable tourism. The Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, or GCET, is a comprehensive set of principles formulated to direct stakeholders in tourism and hospitality development, adopted in 1999 by General Assembly of the United Nations World Tourism Organization, or UNWTO. The code presents a voluntary application mechanism through its acceptance and the rule of the World Committee on Tourism Ethics, or WCTA.
So, meaning, sa the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism is nasa comprehensive set of principles that formulated to direct and manage the stakeholder staff in developing tourism and hospitality. So, anti-10 code. So, let's proceed to the 10 codes. we have here the 10 codes principles. So, kaning 10 codes principles is nag-refer, it is represents the voluntary application mechanisms through acceptance of the rule in the world of One Tourism's Ethics or the WCTE. So, first, we have the Article 1, Tourism's Mutual Understanding to respect people. So, in tourism, we need to contribute ng mutual understanding, or we need to understand and respect one another inside sa atong community in order for us to kanabitang magkasinabtanay sa to live a peaceful life. So, Article 2, we have tourism as a vehicle for individual and collective fulfillment. And we have also Article 3, tourism's factors of sustainable development. Article 4 is tourism users of cultural heritage contributions to its enhancement. And also, we have Article 5, tourism's a beneficial activity for hosts, cultures, and communities. Then we have Article 6, obligations of stakeholder in the tourism's development. So, meaning, in Article 6 is obligasyon sa kanang mga stakeholder or mga staff nga i-entertain nila or i-develop nila sa ka-tourist spot. And Article 7, right to tourism. And we have Article 8 is liberty of tourism movement. So, all tourists or the kanabitang, all tourists or mga travelers na sila move in a one tourist destination. So, in Article 9, right, if the workers and entrepreneurs in a tourism industry. And the article is the implementations of principles of Global Code of Ethics for Tourism. So sa Article 10 is kinahanglan nga we need to implement the principles of Global Code of Ethics for Tourism. So kinahanglan nga sa tourism is nadyo tayo gina-implement the principles of Global Code of Ethics. So, meaning, ang kaning 10 codes of principle is, ano siya, kaning nga mga principles, kaning 10 code principles, i-formulate mo siya in order to take sustainable tourism and hospitality in order for kanabitang stakeholders or mga manage or ma-direct nila. So,
Okay, next. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Princess Ping Tilidon. I'm the second reporter. So, what are the Sustainable Development Goals? When we say Sustainable Development Goals, it is the sustainable, or SDGs is also known as the Global Goals, are a universal call to action to end poverty, protection the plant, and assure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. So we have 17 interconnected and interdependent goals constitute an Millennium Development Goals sa Sustainable Development Goals. And include diri ang kanang climate change, economic inequality, innovation, sustainable consumption, and peace and justice among other prosperity priorities. So, what is the UNDP's rules? The SDGs came into effect in January 2016 and will continue to direct and policy and founding for the next 15 years. As the lead and development agency, UNDP is tasked to help carry out the goals in 170 countries and territories. So, we have the 17 global goals. The first one is end poverty in all its form everywhere. The second is the end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. The third one is ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. The 4 is ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, achieve gender equality, and empower all women and girls. 6 is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Number 7 is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. 8. Promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth for all, fruitful and productive employment, and decent work for all. Number 9 is build resilience infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. 10 is reduce inequality within and among countries. The next 11. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. 12. Ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. 13 is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Taking note of agreements made by United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change or UNFCCC Forum. 14 is conserve and sustainable use the ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development if needed. 15 is protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainably managing forests, combat desertification, and halt reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. 16 is to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. The last one is the strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. So the United Nations General Assembly declared siya itong 2017 as the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development, honing on the potential of tourism to promote the Universal 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals or the SDGs. The International Years aims to provide a chance on policies, business practices, and consumer. Accounting for 7% of worldwide exports and 111 jobs and 10% of the world's GDP, the tourism sector, if well managed, can stimulate economic growth, social inclusiveness, and protection of cultural and natural resources. Social inclusiveness and the protection of cultural and natural resources. The International Year enhances tourism's role in the following 5 key areas. We have is the inclusive and sustainable economic growth. 2. The social inclusiveness, employment, and poverty reduction. 3 is the resource efficiency, environmental protection, and climate change. 4 is the cultural values, diversity, and heritage. And the last is the mutual understanding, peace, and security. The presentation of the International Year took place in Madrid on January 18, 2017 on the occasion of the Spanish Tourism Fair Fighter lang. Yeah, ikaw dyan next. Dyan.
Designation of the International and Natural Geographic Traveler, Magazine created in 2002, the World Legacy Award to recognize outstanding businesses, organizations, and policy that have contribute very much in promoting the principles of sustainable tourism. The National Youth Traveler in its March 2004 issue published data to measure the extent to which worldwide tourism destination follow the best practices in sustainable tourism and hospitality development. The current census for the tourism is created in 2002. The Conservation International and National Geographic Travel Magazine ranks the World Legacy Award for recognized outstanding businesses in organization and policy that contribute siya of not in promoting principles of sustainable tourism. Tapos, the National Geographic Traveler in March 2004, nag-issue siya sa published it to measure to worldwide tourism destination to follow best practices. Tapos, sustainable tourism hospitality development. These figures are the following: number one, environment and ecological quality. Number two, social and cultural integrate. Three, condition of three historic building and ecological site. Number four, aesthetic appeal. Number five, quality of tourism hospitality management. And six, overall outlook for the future. Expert with to evaluate 150 world destination regarding the level. Meron tayong mga 6 development. Next.
Ganay? Ano ka, Jo? Mahina yung speaker. Ha? Unsa?
This contest will further continue in the next several years as long as the International Committee recognizes endorses and promotes the concept. The following are the principles contained in the Code of Ethics for Tourism and published in the Park Canada Vacation Planner. Number one is enjoy or diverse natural and cultural heritage and help us promote, protect, and preserve it. Next is number two is focus us on our conservation efforts through the efficient use of research, including energy and water. Number three, experience the friendliness of our people and the welcoming spirit of our communities help us preserve this attribute by respecting our natural and local regulations. Number four is avoid activities which may threaten wildlife or plant population or which may be potential damage to our natural environment. And select tourism and quality products and service which demonstrate social, cultural, and diversity. The the investment in sustainable tourism and hospitality practices either made by international agencies or the local community. Community has a great impact on the global tourism and hospitality practices in the place. The engagement sustainable tourism and hospitality made by international agencies or the local community. The great impact on the global tourism on society marketplace. The benefit of sustainable tourism both affected in both natural and built environments are important factor of the economic growth and soil natural ecosystems, that maintaining history, sites, and cultural heritage again can reduce economic and quality of life benefits. Sustained visitors are likely to be repeated visitors and can then contribute to the economic growth of tourism and hospitality of local communities. And tourism attraction and build hotel and built environment by important factors for economic growth. Ensure that the ecosystem can guarantee sites sa mga diseases tapos social heritage and items can reduce economic quality life benefits and satisfy people are likely to be repeat and can contribute to the economic growth. That